everybody, welcome back to another of my weekly Rockabilly guitar lessons. I had a request for a quite obscure song, Why Cry by Johnny Carroll. It's only available as a demo, not as a commercial recording as far as I know. And I will show you the first solo, because the seconds got some errors and I don't want to show you these, yeah? They were still practicing and rehearsing, basically. And because the lesson won't be too long, I will also answer some of your questions regarding the gear, the guitar and the emba play. Okay, let's go. Why Cry is in the key of E, so let's talk about the chords first. The solo is played over the chord progression of the verse. Yeah, so it starts with E, 2 bars, A, 2 bars, back to E, B7, E again, A, and then a short change E, B7, back to E. Yeah, and then the bridge is quite interesting. It starts on the 5 on the B7, back to E, F sharp, and then B7. So the solo starts on the 9th fret, and I play the first part. Yeah. On the 9th fret you can play the top 2 or 3 strings. Yeah? Sounds fine. Then you move to the 4th fret and grab a D shape. This is still your E chord here. Then slide from the 2nd to the 7th fret to get to A. This is on the D string, yeah. Then you grab your A chord, F shape, make it A7 with your pinky on the 8th fret of the B string. Then still the same shape, and the chord progression moves to E, so you move to the 12th fret with your shape here. I just leave off the ring finger to make it easier, and I do a slide. Yeah, pick the G string here and slide all the way to the 12th fret with the index here. And then for the E chord I just play the E and the B string like this. Yeah, one more time, starting here from the A chord. And then to the B, yeah, 7th fret, still the same shape. And this time I used my ring finger and I play the D string first. And with my pinky I play the 10th fret and then the 9th fret on the B string. Then onto the low E string, slide from the 9th fret to the open E string. Yeah? And then a bass run follows. I play the low E string first because then it makes more sense. Yeah, it's similar to I'm Walking, yeah, by Fats Domino, the beginning. Yeah, open E, 4th fret, 2nd on the A string, then a hammer on from the 2nd to the 4th, and then you finish here on the 2nd fret of the D string. So one more time from the top here. Yeah? And we're back for our A chord. Still the F shape here. And then you move your ring finger onto the 6th fret, E string. This makes it an A sharp diminished. Sounds like this, yeah, a little strange. And that leads you to the E chord that follows, yeah? low E string, and then the 7th fret, E and B string. Yeah, and this might look like a B chord, but it can also be a E9. Yeah, so if you play the E string first here, the low E string, followed by the 7th fret on the E and B string, B and F sharp, this will sound like an E9 chord. Yeah? And then you finish with, one more time, the E string, and then a pull off from 10 to 9 on the B string. Then you pick 7, and then you finish with this run here. Low E string, 2nd fret of the D string, twice, then hammer on pull off from the 2nd to the 4th on the A string, oops, 4th fret, E string, and open E. Yeah. The last part, starting with this slide here, from the B to E and the bass run, you'll hear it. A, yeah, A sharp diminished, and here's the whole solo for you. Okay, and now I answer some of your questions that I get very often. Yeah. This is a Guild X175 from 1958. Yeah. Unfortunately, some parts are not original. Yeah. I'm looking for the original P90s. Yeah, the Guild P90s. If you have some for sale, just let me know. Contact me. Same goes for the knobs. Yeah. When I bought the guitar, it had some 70s humbuckers in there. Yeah, probably the same guy who did this here on the back. So I changed it back to the P90s, but at that time Lindy Frayne was all I could find and I could afford. So I'm very happy with the sound. Yeah, so I just keep those in until I find the original ones. I added the Bixby later, so the reason I have the phone in here, you can hear it maybe, hopefully. If I don't have it, you will hear some ghost notes, and that can get very annoying with time. Yeah, if you play some notes, not sure if you hear it. Yeah, the E and the B string, especially the B string, rings. Yeah. So if I have the foam in here, it just keeps the strings from ringing. That's all. The strings that I play on this guitar and also on the Telecaster that I have are 11th flat wounds by Tomastic. I put a link down in the description, so if you're interested you can get them, okay? I can't really recommend any guitars or amps, yeah, or maybe some echoes that I've seen. I put some in the description below because I'm very happy with the setup that I have, yeah, and I don't try anything new. I don't go into the music store and try one guitar after another and drive the salesperson crazy, you know. No, I just don't do it. So I wouldn't really know, you know, what to tell you about certain guitars. I get questions very often, you know, what do you think about this guitar or that guitar? And I've never had them in my hand, so I wouldn't I couldn't give you a real opinion. This is the guitar amp I've made. Yeah, it's similar to the GA70, the Gibson GA70 from the 50s. Yeah, but it's not exactly the same. It's got a 12-inch speaker, and also the tone control is a little bit different. And then in the back, I have a tape echo. It's an old Dynacord tape echo from the 70s. That's the chassis. And then I put some Echoplex electronics in there from the early 60s. Echoplex 2 tube tape echo. It was my first big project, so I didn't have much of a plan when I started. I kind of knew what I wanted to get. But I really like the way it turned out and the sound I get out of this amp. Yeah, and a new project is already on the way. It looks like this, with a university speaker. So hopefully I get the time to finish it one day. So I hope that answered some of the questions. Yeah, if you want further information on how to get the Rockabilly sound, why not check out my video here on YouTube that's called How to Get the Rockabilly Sound. I hope by next week I have finished the Carl Perkins special with Matchbox and the Right String Baby But the Wrong Yo-Yo. But if not, I'm going to show you how to play Everybody's Movin' by Glenn Glenn. So stay tuned for more Rockabilly guitar lessons here on this channel.